Now, in the U.S., the FBI has launched an investigation into the hanging death of a black teenager in North Carolina months after it was declared a suicide. Now, 17-year-old Lennon Lacy was found hanging from a swing set in the rural, predominantly white town of Bladenboro, where racial tensions run high. His mother said he had shown no signs of suicidal thoughts or depression. However, 4 days after his death, police claimed that he took his own life. Now, Lacy's family and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People called the death suspicious for months, especially after Lacy's grave was desecrated only a few days after his burial. The FBI will now probe the case after authorities raised serious doubts about the initial findings. And now we have Mr. Edward Pinkney out of Michigan with the Black Autonomy Network Community Organization on the line. Now, sir, this kind of thing used to be commonplace in the States, I believe a long time ago. Could this actually be a modern day lynching?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Matter of fact, it's one of those situations that we know that was actually racially motivated from the start. They also discovered that the belt that he was hung with did not belong to him anyway. He had on somebody else's shoes. I'm very, very concerned because it's open season now for black people. It had always been open season, and racism itself is way out of control. We have to say enough is enough. We need to stop what's going on today, because now it's okay for the police to kill, and now it's okay for the citizens to kill black people. And who would believe today that Eric Garner killer, which was a police officer, would still be walking the streets a free man? Who would believe it? Who would believe that Michael Brown killer, Darren Wilson, would be walking the street a free man? Who would believe that whoever killed Lennon Lacy, hung him and claimed his suicide, would still be walking the streets today? We have a major, major problem here in the United States. This country right here is a fraud. And they keep telling people that this is the land of the free and the home of the brave. No, it's the land of the free and the home of the slaves. If you're not slaves, they don't want you here in this country. And this is how they mistreat black people. They've been mistreating black people for so long. Now it's time that we say enough is enough and stand up and fight.
Well, Mr. Pinkney, why does it take the federal government to step in and investigate this kind of case when, as you just put it, there's a lot of ambiguity in the case? Are the local police departments not receptive to the wishes of the very families they're supposed to protect and serve?
Oh, absolutely. You can't hardly go to the police department with a complaint. You can't hardly call the police. At least we can. If you call the police, most likely they're not going to even come out. We cannot get any justice anywhere in this country as a black person. And it's hard for people to believe, but it's reality. This country has written us a bad check. And we need to let them know that we're not taking this mess no more. And when you look at the demonstrations, it's not really just black people. It's white people who also fed up with this racism.
Thank you, sir. That's Mr. Edward Pinkney of the Black Autonomy Network Community Organization joining us out of Michigan.